first down. They'll run with Chubb. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
Chubb, the ball carrier.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
45-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The first carry for the shifty Tariq Cohen. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. From the gun, Goodman. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The sack by Robert Quinn.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, O'Neal. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. They'll find Swift out of the backfield. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd down, Swift.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. 19, Mike. Let's get in there, man. Mike, 56, Mike, 56. 56.
From the gun on 3rd down, O'Neal. This ball's tipped and intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
They'll take over.
That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there.
And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Jets take over first.
Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. And let's get this.
To throw on second down. O'Neal, he sets to, and got his man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They run out of the gun with Swift. Swift is hit, and he coughs it up. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
No score after one on EA Sports.
No score.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
27-yard line.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Looking to throw on second down. Goodman. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. O'Neal. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. O'Neal. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
1st and 10.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. 23 yards for the touchdown, as his guys are on the board first here tonight.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny United?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
C.J. Mosley on the tackle.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. From the gun, Goodman. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
15.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Off play action. Goodman. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
To Christian Kirk. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 35-yard line.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun. Goodman. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 19. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
1st down, Denver.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
A 10-yard loss.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. From the gun, Goodman. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The Jets defense making things difficult there. 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Is good.
So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Throwing on first down, O'Neal. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
Back to the air on second down. O'Neal. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 36. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, O'Neal. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
56, Mike, 56. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got
From the gun, O'Neal. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run with Swift. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Goodman. He'll air this one out for Kirk. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Christian Kirk in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
Brendan McManus.
He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
McManus's point after is good. And the lead is now 10-7.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Denver.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. This will make it into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Third quarter starts with a run from Swift. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Tackled at the 29.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Looking to throw. O'Neal. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie.
Good.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 40.
So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from it, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
DeAndre Swift. The ball
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
43-yard.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. A 3rd down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Operating from the gun, O'Neal. And that is incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. On 1st down, Goodman dancing to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would... come open downfield, but they never did.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll get this one up to the 26. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
To throw on 3rd down, Goodman. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Brandon Graham applied the heat off the edge. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The 45-yard line.
Circle around twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
On 1st and 10, O'Neal is going to float this one deep. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Jets are going to retake the lead.
For the extra point.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
That's caught inside the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Christian Kirk, his second touchdown of the night. And the Broncos have once again taken the lead. They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Got right back to it. And look, long drives have their place. We know that. They can wear teams down. But when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a shot to them. A big-time one.
Yeah, one play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used a little more rest over here.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Granted, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Right there, 56.
From the gun, O'Neal, and able to find Higbee. It's complete, and he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. High throw, but the catch is made.
The pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this third quarter of play. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
From the gun on third down, O'Neal. And big throw here, that's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 32-yard line. That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Swift. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. That'll bring up second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
56 to Mutt. 18 that QB's trash. Let's go. Mutt's 56. Mutt's 56.
Throwing again. O'Neal. His throw incomplete.
The pass.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
I got 2. Mike 56. Mike 56.
Operating from the gun. O'Neal. Got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. From 21 yards away. And the Jets have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. His first career touchdown pass, and yeah, it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, and make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
Here's Cohen now to return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
To throw on second down, Goodman. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 15 yards on the play, first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
A throw over the middle, taken in. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. A run for Nick Chubb. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
The ball carrier.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Throwing on first down. Goodman. Flushed out right. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by the former Bronco All-Pro, Chris Harris. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game. When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
That's good.
A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. Back to throw. O'Neal. There goes a deep ball. End zone. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that'll make this a 7-point game. Well, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to...
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. A little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, 1-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick 6.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. He's going to let it fly. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. That's Cameron Hayward who got in there to take him down. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Credit the tackle there to Jordan Lewis.
At the 16-yard line.
Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
56 to Mike. 56 to Mike. Hey, tighten down. There you go.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. Not ideal there. That delay of game backs them up 5 yards, so now they need 7 yards on 3rd down. The Jets with victory seemingly in hand.
Tonight's final.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Jets, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Denver, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.